.net World Open 4 continues. Be prepared for some surprising twists and turns. In a game of poker, you never know what will happen next.
Poker's like life. There's a lot of decisions you have to make, a lot of moves you can make.
The buzz of a live tournament is unbeatable.
Everyone's looking to win that one major tournament.
This is probably more intense. You only get one chance.
It's fun when you win. All in.
12 heats will be played out, and in this round, the winners go through to the semifinals. The runners-up get a second chance in a turbo round. Over $500,000 is the prize pool, and the winner will take a huge $250K first prize. Also, nobody knows how the pros' minds tick like Neil Badbeat Channing. He'll be given his insights on the moves that grew. So far, this tournament has been fast and furious. Unbelievable hands, huge bets, and aggressive moves have sorted the poker elite from the poker trash.
Wow. I always listen to Neil's commentary. I find it quite good advice.
Unreal, man.
Look at the ears. Look at the ears, they're tweaking.
What chance?
This is the lineup for heat number 6. Mohammed Shafio won his seat in a satellite event in his local club in Bridge North. He's known as one of the fastest players ever from the Bridge North circuit.
I'm looking to win the tournament. I'm not here to make up the numbers. I can play poker.
Andrew Feldman has an impressive list of cash wins. He's no stranger to these type of formats either. He was a semi-finalist in European Open 4 and a winner in the UK Open 4. He's on a roll.
To win this event would mean quite a lot because it will prove that my win before wasn't just a one-off. So I'll be trying to give it my best shot and just hopefully hit some cards and see where I go from there.
Dixie Dean, the gentle giant from East London. In the European Open 4, he made it into the turbo round, but he's hoping to do one better and guarantee a World Open semi-final tonight.
If you play with rubbish players, that's all you're going to be. But if you're looking to get better, you've got to come and play with the best.
A regular to the TV tables is David Rudling. Last year, he made it to the final table of the World Open 3. But can he get there this time around?
I normally come into these things desperate to win, otherwise I'm going to go under, but the last couple of weeks I've actually had some cards, so the pressure's off me financially for a change, so I'm looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the bookie. Anthony Hardy is the reigning World Open champion, and he's back to defend his title. He's cracked that winning formula, but can he crack the table tonight?
I probably feel under more pressure now than I did last year, because I don't want to let it go easily. So I'm going to win it again.
Ergun Macit, known as E on the poker circuit, has been playing poker for 18 months and is taking to a TV table for the first time tonight.
Right now, I'm okay, I'm calm, but I don't know how it's going to be out there.
Battle of the Titans as the UK Open holder meets the World Open holder. And I'm joined by someone who knows a bit about this, the Razor Ian Frazer. Now, Ian, who's got the edge between the bookie, Anthony Hardy, and Andrew Feldman?
If I had to place a bet, Jesse, it would definitely be on the bookie. I mean, he's like the heavyweight. He's the reigning champion for the World Open. Andrew's a fantastic player, and he's more like the little bantamweight, keeps niggling away, raise all the time. But I think when it comes to the punch, it'll be going the bookie's way.
Even though Andrew's won this big title, it's still a big scalp for him to try and take out the bookie.
Oh yeah, I think these two got a little bit of history as well, and plenty of verbal between the two of them. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be some good stuff to watch.
There's other good players on the table too. If you had to go for an outsider.
Well, you get my arm up my back. I mean, my buddy's playing Dixie. He's a great player, and he's in a bit of form at the minute. He's been doing well. I'll be cheering for him a bit quieter, I should imagine.
Big men, big egos on the table. You know there's going to be some banter. Tri-colored stack, the yellow chips worth 1,000. Blues are 2, reds 5K apiece. Each player starting with 100,000 in chips, which puts 600,000 on the table. Well, defending champion on the table, Ian. Tough thing to repeat, but it's not a bad lineup for the bookie.
No, I'm so pleased to be here today, Jesse. I think this is going to be really exciting heat here. There's Andrew there. I mean, everyone's familiar with his face now. He done really well last year.
Pass. Yeah, he's coming off of, I mean, obviously he won the UK Open, then he made the semi-finals of the European Open. I think this is his first chance at the World Open, but he likes this format, doesn't he? And Ergun, he just limped with the sevens.
Raise.
I guess you do that so you can, if this sort of thing happens, you can take off the flop.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to be calling a re-raise for the sevens, do you? But you don't mind calling the raise.
I call.
Call.
Is that a back rip? Oh, just a call.
Biggest pot we've had so far.
I check blind.
Okay, check on a blind.
Can't check blind, you've seen your cards.
I got a hot.
Have they both checked?
Wow, what a flop.
Check.
10.
10,000.
He should like that flop with the seven, shouldn't he?
Of course, yeah.
I forgot what I had.
Of course, you know, like it enough to call this bet and see what happens.
Raised 22,000.
Oh, he's raised it. He'll soon find out here and now if the other guy's playing or not.
He's right, that raise, but it's dangerous, isn't it? Because, I mean, if Shaft comes back over the top, what can he do?
How much is that to me?
12 if you wish to call.
I think if he's swivelling round and he's... It's not impossible, Jesse, but the obvious thing is another pair or a couple of hearts.
You have a 9, you won't back raise me. I can't pass this hand.
No, he's making out he's got a bigger hand than he's got. Nice bit of speech play. If he flat calls, it's a nice bit of play.
It's going to get him a free card, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll raise, I don't believe you got it.
No,
15.
That was 22, so you must make it another 22, right? 22,000 more.
He's minimum raised him.
He's selling this pretty well. I don't know if Macit's gonna buy it, but that was, I mean, he could sell a car to me, Shaft.
I
think the bit of speech play, it's obviously worked, but the bit of speech play was good if he flat called. In my mind, I'd rather him just re-raise there without the bit of verbal.
Pass. Pass. Pass.
Rudling on the button. That's raisable.
Raised 5,000 total.
He's not a guy who takes things too seriously, David Rudling. Played very well last year.
He did. He got a bit unlucky in the end. I think he was having a battle with a bookie. They was in same position from memory.
I call it blind. Value.
Yeah, there was some real crazy stuff in the semi-final between them. They had a real.
No, it was Woodley. He was on Woodley's right, and every time he raised, Woodley come over the top.
That's right. That's right.
6,000.
A three-way pot here, and Macit, I guess he's come in purely because the bookie came in as well, and he's going to regret it. Although leading out this way is, I guess, the best way to find out where you're at, Chief.
We've still got to think he's good. Yeah, David, for sure.
Yeah. Macit's going to have problems. I mean, after getting pushed off the hand before with Shaft, it doesn't take long before you get the hump, does it?
No, it don't, but he's got a lousy kicker. I mean, and, you know, David is no one's fault. He knows if the guy had ace-king, he would have raised him pre-flop, so...
Pass.
He knows he's got to be in front.
Cool.
I mean,
don't like this call at all, Jesse. This hand goes nowhere with a king-8.
He's made a mistake, hasn't he? Just calling before the flop, and this is trouble now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You make the loose calls, and oh boy,
David would come out and fire again now. Wow, this guy's coming out.
6,000.
In his mind, he's trying to put Rudling on a draw.
It's the 6,000. That don't mean anything. You might as well put
Raised.
a bubble gum in the middle. You know, the 6,000 is neither here nor there. He could have dropped that on the floor. He knows exactly where he is, David, and I think he's played this hand well.
Well, he's made a really big raise, Ian. I mean,
well, in case this guy's on a big
draw,
draw,
right?
You know.
You just can't let him be priced in.
Of course.
Are you going to show?
Probably not.
What does it mean when I mean, what information can you get from a guy when you ask him if he's going to show?
I always say, "What do you want me to do? Do you want me to show?"
Jeez, if
you
Macit
get their
calls
chips,
here,
you do anything,
yeah.
wouldn't you?
I mean, he's gone, isn't he? Only the
You can't think he's in front with his king 8, and he's got no draw. You with me, Jesse? So
yeah, he just wants to see it.
Pass.
well, I wouldn't have even turned them over. I'd be embarrassed to turn them over. Taking that long to think.
Poor Macit has done 70% of his stack and not gotten to see either. He hasn't gotten past the turn either time.
Not to hit an 8, but...
Welcome back to the partypoker.net, a World Open for still a full table of 6.
Raised to 6,000 total.
Whoop! There you go.
Well, this is perfect for Dixie. Every time he's picked
he's
up a
just
big...
flat called this.
Oh, wow. That's odd because, I mean...
Pass.
Don't you think he would have had Feldman for a little bit of action? I mean,
Well, wow. I think, you know, there's obviously two ways of looking at every hand, 2 or 3, but
so
you know,
far it
he's
looks like
thinking
it's going to work out perfect.
It's early on in the tournament. You're half hoping for someone to pop it up again, and then you knock it straight up them. But he's thinking if it winds up heads up with him and Andrew, he's going to bluff off a load of chips to him.
Pass.
You know, it's worth taking a chance.
The bookie on the button. I mean, he's called this bet because Feldman's raised. And the last person the bookie's thinking about right now is Dixie Dean, who's sitting there with pocket
you're right.
aces.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a perfect flop for Dixie, although it looks dangerous. A lot of draws out there that would have called a raise or made one.
He won't mind this, don't worry.
13,000.
Because the bookie's behind you, you have to raise,
he's
right?
got to raise now. It's a shame, because if it had been heads up there, I'd fancy you just flat call again.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
this is a good play, this is. I
Well,
like
that's
this.
gutsy.
Yeah, of course it is.
I mean, we know the bookie's going to fold, but if the bookie's sitting there with a king 10 or a 9 10 or
Jesse, when he played his last heat in this, Dixie, I think he had 1 pair throughout the heat. He's already had jacks, and now he's got aces. He wants to make the most of it.
what's going through Feldman's head right now? Does he think he's beat, or does he think he could be in front?
Well, that's a good card for Feldman. He can almost check that, but if he bets it now, then Dixie must raise.
Check.
Yeah,
Check.
I knew he'd check it with a king.
47,000 in there.
10,000.
Oh, he's only bet 10. I'd like to have seen him bet about 30 there.
I mean, that bet feels too small.
so cheap.
He bet 30. You know, the other guy might have even pushed on him.
Feldman's trying to figure out why Dixie bet so cheap. I mean, I think maybe he
putting
didn't
him
really
on
have a countdown on the pot.
I think he's probably putting him on a set now.
It's a really odd.
He's racking his brain thinking, will he flat call me with ace king? He don't think that. Can't put him on 8-9.
Even if you had the nuts, you'd be worried to bet 10,000. There's 2 flush draws out there. Feldman's got some outs. The jack
Deuce
or
of
the
spades.
ace.
Well, that ain't bad.
Check.
Giving Dixie the straight and Feldman 2 pair. He's going to have a think about this.
Well, he can get 25,000 off him, I fancy.
Flush did come on the river.
Oh, don't turn him
Strike.
over, Dix.
Nines. Wow.
He could have got a lot more chips there. I think he played it a bit too conservative.
The man himself, Neil Bad Beat Channing, will be joining us throughout the series to crack the steel trap of the poker player's mind. That hand, Dixie, heart-thumping with the aces.
Yeah, Dixie just calling the pre-flop raise of Andrew Feldman with aces. I don't mind that. It's the first level. He doesn't mind getting a bit of action. I probably would have re-raised myself, but it's okay. He's not too worried about the bookie in behind when Andrew bets the flop, because the bookie's kind of renowned as a tight player, and I think Dixie thinks he's in front on the flop.
How would you grade Andrew's play during the hand?
I hate Andrew's play during the hand. I mean, to me, Andrew is the strongest player in this heat. He's the favourite. Why does he want to give the others an edge? He's raising under the gun with a bad hand in the first level of the tournament when he doesn't have to play. He's either not giving the players any respect whatsoever, or it's just an ego thing. I hate it so much. I think I would have thrown the hand in the bin in a heartbeat, and he wants to play a big pot out position.
Oh yeah.
Well,
two people in the thing. You're getting money value, isn't it? You're getting two cards.
yeah, but if you're up against two flushes, I'm not getting any value.
Shaft looks interested. What's he saying?
Raised to 6,000.
We've seen some massive hands out already, and
a lousy old A6.
it's a funny kind of table because the big pots have been won by the bluffs.
Yeah.
So far.
Cool.
What is Shaf up to here with the ace? He's certainly not liking this. This just trying to keep your toes in the water?
Phew. I wouldn't want to keep my toes in the water with A6. Oh, what a lovely flop.
Check.
Gotta be in it to win it, don't
Imagine
you?
if it was 6-6-5.
8,000.
The Rudling's going to have to give some action here. He's got all the chips.
Yeah.
Raised to
Whoops.
21,000.
Now, if he gives this a big dwell up and then flat calls, he's got a chance of maybe a few more chips.
Shaf's given so much
What's this? He's the softest player on the table. Let's go after him or something.
He's picking on us.
I think he's going to re-raise. He did it to. He did it to. It's very similar to what happened.
Call with pair of sixes.
To Macit.
No, I might not. I don't think you're quite that strong, though, are you? No. Back raise me.
Not that, we didn't raise you with it.
I don't think so. No.
Ace-6, I'd have re-raised.
Yeah. How much more is it to me?
13.
If he does anything else but flat call, he's getting nothing.
Think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
That's all he can do after all of that.
Right.
He'll get a job in a film later. Bollywood he'll be in.
I mean, he's unbelievable. He does.
I think
Look how upset he looks. He believes it.
That's right. He believes he's behind. You see, look. Crazy this game.
Oh, I see. Well,
29,000.
I thought Rudling was on the button. This is why it's even better for Shaf, isn't it? To be in position.
I'm all in.
All in. Pass.
You let that slip.
And I don't know if it's actor's equity. Shaf got about 29,000 extra with the part in Act 1 and the part in Act 2.
Got to make a stand somewhere there.
Pass.
Feldman's chips very close to the line, like he's.
Pass.
He sounds very close to the win, Jesse. That's why.
Make sure you do it with a hand, though, not with that one.
This is a hand.
All in.
Oh,
It's 10 big blinds. I wouldn't be surprised if Dixie doesn't feel like he needs to take this on.
No, I think if he was on the button, he'd be calling. Sorry, in the big blind, he'd be calling. But he's got another couple of players behind him.
He's got 171,000.
Good opportunity for Dixie here, though. You know, get a few more chips to his stack and knock this guy out. You know, he's a dangerous player if he gets chips.
Having a look to his left, wants to see if the bookie or Rudling are interested. Here,
No, I'll pass.
Pass.
It's really not about.
Pass.
It's a big all in to win 6,000.
I'm desperate. Every
You
time I
must be.
raise, I get re-raised there.
You must be.
Pass.
What do you got?
Ace 10.
Ace 10.
I'd have called him with that.
You short stacked.
Good fight.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, what you do is different to what I do.
There you go.
I'd call him with that.
Finally get some respect. That's how it should be. Had ace jack.
You liar.
To be a successful player, a key to it is to be aggressive, put your players to the test, make them make the decision, raise as much as you can, and always be in control of every pot you enter with the intention of trying to win it by the end.
Well, welcome back to the partypoker.net World Open 4. This table's still full.
Ace 8, I think, yeah.
Not full stacked.
It's hard for you because there's two behind you, Dix. If there's no one behind you, it's easier.
Slow it down, Dix. It's still only the second level.
Cool.
Cool. Pass. Cool.
Price and me.
That's why we called.
Jeez, that must be horrible.
You think we don't know these things? Oh, lose you. We did lose you. We didn't
You're going to flop 2 pair now. Right, probably.
3 players.
Can't flop 2 pairs.
Dix.
All right, trips.
Book. Shaf. Oh my gosh, look what that's done for the bookie.
Check.
10,000.
10,000.
And I guess Dixie's going to find out what he wants to know.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be losing too many
Cool.
chips here.
Cool.
Yeah, nice call from the bookie. Hoping to God this guy tries to do a squeeze, but we know that's not going to happen.
He's got top pair.
Yeah,
But he's smarter than that.
yeah,
isn't
he had nothing in the middle. It was his big blind. He don't really need to get involved with Jack 3.
Pass.
Let that be a lesson.
You don't
Is
want a
Dix
king
done
here.
with it? Yeah,
You
if a
don't
king
want
or
a
9
here.
comes.
10,000.
10,000.
Oh boy.
This is why, you know, these hands, king 9, you shouldn't
Cool.
play them, Jesse.
Cool.
Not when you got chips.
And the bookie's playing this absolutely perfect to get
Yeah,
the
of
max
course he
in.
is. Of course he is.
I mean, at this stage, Dixie's going to look at that, and
10,000.
in the back of his
10,000.
mind, he could put Hardy on a draw.
All in.
Not sure why he bet the river there. I'm not sure why he bet the river, Ian, because I mean, it's tough for him to get called by a hand that beats him, and if he checked, Hardy could have bluffed, and Hardy could still be bluffing now. Is the problem, isn't it?
Well, he could be, couldn't he? Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't be, but you could look at that and you could say he's got a busted flush,
Pass.
or he didn't. Bookie played that well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Greatness doesn't come around often, but the stars show there. And that hand, the bookie, he showed why he's won this tournament before.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bookie. He flopped the nuts. It's great, isn't it? He called all the way with the nuts, and then he fearlessly put the whole lot on the river. I loved it.
And I mean, you know, being in position there just allowed him to suck it in, right?
Yeah, I mean Dixie, he's hit a bit of the flop, and he's basically bled away too many chips there. And yeah, the bookie, he did it great, didn't he? He sat there and just took the chips.
Shaf is, I mean, he's hitting some cards, he's hitting some flops, but he also, I don't think anybody has figured him out yet. Nobody has sort of sorted him out, put up a resistance. I mean, Feldman did briefly. What's your view if you're at the table with him?
Yeah, well, he's had a bit of a free reign so far, but still been a bit too active for me. And the couple of hands that he played quite strong when he was giving it all to Bunny, they were pretty obvious hands. So.
But if he raises, I mean, you pretty much have to re-raise him rather than call him, don't you? I mean,
well, it depends on what you got, you know.
Oh yeah.
Raised 16,000 total. Re-raise all in.
They've let this guy creep back into the game, you know that. And if he manages to double up here with someone, they'll all be regretting it.
I'm going to pass. I've got to pass.
You know, they've all took it in turns, passing hands that they should be calling in with.
I don't think the bookie can fold here. He's put in 16. It's only, it's like 20 more.
Oh, well.
You got 2 overs.
How much was it?
You got king, queen. Should I stand up then?
This is going to get ugly for the bookie.
This has been good to me, this hand.
Oh, so you need to hit, you mean?
Okay. Another 21 on.
I think the bookie is pointing out that that's the hand he won the World Open with.
Yeah, you do, didn't you?
I'm guessing, because I can't think of any other hand that's been good to him. I think it was the 8-10.
I like you shooting, Jack.
With it.
With a 9. And a 7.
Oh, this guy's going to have 80,000 now.
Jeez, can you believe it? Yeah, what was he down to?
They've let him get away with it.
No way out. There's no way out. Well, split part, I want to win it.
You want to win?
Now there's a way out. Now there's a way out.
Don't do this to me.
Nah.
Massive double up unless the 8 or 10 hits.
Oh! It wasn't meant to be.
Incredible.
Good play, guys.
I'm pot committed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Good
bookie.
play, guys. Good luck, Paul.
Unlucky.
Well, the bookie was pot committed, he say, but it don't make it pretty, does it?
He said that was his favourite hand, Jesse.
8-8 makes 3. Massive storm.
Let's see what I can do. I'd like you to accommodate.
It's fun to see everybody trying so hard. Rudling and Hardy have really quieted down. Rudling especially. It's gone card dead or just hasn't had many opportunities.
Yeah, it always, I mean, they're half expecting they should be four-handed by now. So it does go a little bit stale now.
Raised to 16,000 total.
Everyone's frightened at these levels, five-handed. They're all frightened to see flops.
The standard here has been really on the tough side of this tournament so far.
Pass.
Nobody's been given away. None.
Not a lot. We can just put it all in now if you want. You want to knock me out?
Oh, finally.
Oh,
finally.
That which is my command.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Wow.
I think I got a call now.
You committed, didn't you?
Let's have a look. 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 16.
Well, he's got a problem. Yeah. He might be priced in now. I mean, should he have thought about this before? Or was I mean, it's hard, isn't it? He's just trying to get something going, isn't he?
I'd rather you pass and I'll take it down there and now.
Well, these sort of hands, I mean, he obviously wanted to just pick the blinds up, but these sort of hands, you don't mind a call. Jesse, you're looking for someone to call, yeah. As soon as they move you all in.
I can't fold.
All in and fold.
9 high.
Okay, gentlemen.
9 higher?
I called you.
Ace king I've got.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the right price.
Yeah, he's right about that. He was
31.
And Feldman now all in.
This is one of Andy's favourite hands. That's why I raised. It's one of his favourite hands. He would never fold this pre-flop.
Yeah.
So if I win, blame him.
That's a bit of a statement.
Well, he's been threatening to take the bookie out all night long, but as it's turned out, the bookie with a strong chance to take out Feldman. Even stronger now.
Well, giving us both a bit.
7 o'clock.
Stefan. Where's 7 of diamonds? That'd be nice.
You know what they always talk about?
6 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds, man. There we go.
What happens if Dracula meets Godzilla? Well, if the UK Open champion meets the World Open
like
champion,
8 ounce, I think.
you can tell what will happen right here.
There you go.
The World
Nice.
Open champion has took him
Okay.
down.
He'd be pleased with that, the bookie, because Andrew's been baiting him all through the heat.
Yeah.
So, and he's
I
knocked
couldn't
him
do
out.
it. Good luck. Cheers. Good luck.
You got to go and win it now.
Good luck. Good luck.
They have bantered in good spirit all night long. That's for sure. Tell you what, the bookie's played some good poker here. He hasn't had that much to work with, has he? Defending champion, his bracelet is intact, taking out Feldman with 4 left.
There was a lot of needling between me and Anthony Hardy because as he was a defending champion and my friend Andy Greekfish told me before to attack him quite aggressively, that I went for his blinds quite often and he wanted me to knock him out, but unfortunately when I tried to raise his blinds he picked up a big hand and he was the one who ended up knocking me out, so it didn't go too good.
Blinds now 5 and 10,000, 4-handed. If now's the time to step it up, Ian, who's the most prepared to just take the game by the scruff of the neck and risk going out?
I think it would probably be Shaft myself.
Plus?
Well, that just goes to prove it. He's just passed 10 jack of diamonds like it was deuce free. So
we know that's unpassable there.
Yeah. We know the bookie's got the game for sure.
Cool.
I personally know Dixie has. I've played with him ever such a lot, and what you're seeing here is a really controlled Dixie.
No race.
And no race.
So I just hope it gets free-handed and my mate's still in, and we might be able to see him making some fireworks here.
Well, he's playing a pot here, and obviously he didn't want to raise because
That's like flopping the nuts for him here. So
15,000.
Rudling's got the chips for a call. It's fragile because
Let's do it.
I think he'd be cool in here, Dixie.
Raise all
I can't see him putting this down to him.
and Rudling thinking he doesn't want to call because he won't have any information really on the turn, and
That's right.
maybe if Dixie didn't have the 9, he could pass.
Not the 9.
Not yet.
Can't really pass. Can
Oh, he's been honest. Look, he said not yet. I just see Dixie's boy in the green room, Alfie. I'll bet he's clutching at straws now. Go on, Dad, call.
I mean,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, nice call.
it looks like Rudling played it like he had a 10 with a weak kicker, and that's what Dixie would have been scared of.
Yeah,
But
I'd be pleased
Dixie's
with that.
he's way ahead, isn't he? The jack's no good to
See what you
Rudling.
mean about not yet.
Needs a 7 or a 9. All in, is he?
Yep, all in.
That's
There
hit
you go.
Dixie
Yeah.
straight.
Jack or a 7 does him. Got 1 to tempt fate. There you go.
Cheers, mate. Well played.
He'll be pleased with that.
Dixie
There you go.
Dean. I think he's going to go. He may go chip leader here. That was a pretty big pot. Rudling did have some chips, and he's out in 4th, but hard on shield. He played a very active game tonight. Well, the pie 3-handed. Who would have thought Shaft would be trailing? But the truth is, it's dead even.
Yeah, and Jesse, these are the 3 I wanted to see at the end. I think we're going to in for a real good finish to this heat. I know we've got the thing now with a turbo for 2nd place, but this looks like it's going to be tremendous now.
I'm pretty disappointed to go out at this stage, obviously, but I'm not devastated. I've sat here many times before feeling much worse than this, so maybe I should feel worse than I do, but I don't. I feel fine.
Two even up, and Hardy
6-9 or something.
You need a middle pin.
needs to get
5, I think.
2-3 pots.
Oh, is that what you're calling to it?
Blind wise.
He's embarrassed, look.
I'd have passed rather than show that end. Yeah.
It won though.
I know. Still, it was different. I was betting he was calling.
Got to raise with an ace, but it's such a bad
30.
ace.
Raise to 30,000 total.
Decision time for Shaf.
Big time for the bookie here as well. You know, if he gets re-raised and put this down, Jesse, then he is on his back foot chip-wise.
And that's what the decision for Shaf was based on. He says, well, the bookie has enough to just put this down one time.
That's right.
80,000 total. Oops.
And it's clever timing by Shaf, isn't it? I mean, I know he's only got ace-5, but doesn't the bookie have to fold ace-6, ace-7, and ace-8 right now?
Yeah, of course.
Only.
His calling requirements are pretty narrow, actually.
Let's put him down to 116 now, the bookie.
That was a key pot.
Yeah.
That was a key pot, and Shaf delivered that knockout blow, really.
I've come up against the bookie. It's the only person I've played. I actually knocked him out of the last tournament. So it was the first thing that he says to me when I walked through the door this morning. That's the only person I know. I don't like to know who I'm playing against. I just like to play my own game.
Oh, and the bookie, look at him. He knows he's backed into a corner. He's got his fighting face on now. No, he's got the full scowl. He's
Cool.
Cool.
Sure.
No raise?
Yeah, it's serious.
Well, I think the Queen saved him there.
10,000.
10,000.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Jeez, if it comes a 9 or 3, he's toast.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, he definitely think he's in front here, the bookie.
But you couldn't blame him, could you?
No, not at all, mate.
25.
25,000.
This will be all in.
It's not going to be enough to even give Dixie a thought of throwing this away. Is it? I mean, it's just Overville.
With 25.
25,000 more?
Don't mind that play. That might give him another lifeline.
We can't, please.
Wants to know how much the bookie has behind?
Yeah. Looks about 40 odd.
46.
It's interesting, kind of.
The total.
46 behind.
Giving
71.
Dixie some thinking, because obviously, unless the bookie's bluffing, there's not a lot of hands he can beat. You know, even though he's got 2 pair.
You know, it looks like it might have even been 10 something of hearts, Jesse, and he could be up and down.
You love it, don't you?
With the art draw. If that's what he's got, it's a massive draw.
I'm all in.
All in? Cool.
71, yeah?
The bookie is all in and trailing badly.
Yeah, he needs a 3.
Defending champion could bite the dust.
Good hand.
And there was no
Sorry.
escape.
How much is that?
That's 60. And another.
That's 70.
3 and a 3
Yeah, I
over.
haven't got wins on the table. So if I take 2, 4 more.
I think I've got you.
He'd be so pleased to see this hand here, Dix. It'd be untrue.
Yeah.
Well, no, not, you know. I won't say that till it's done, but...
It's going to be very tight in the heads up. Bracelet going to leave the table. Oh, that was close.
Well, that's the reigning champion. He ain't quite made it this year, Jesse.
Well played.
He played a great game, though.
Once the 3 comes, it's just...
Well, it's beautiful cards for Dixie, you know. I thought that, to be honest, the 9, if it was a 9 jack something else flop, then the bookie's in the hand. But with a queen as well, I thought it was a bit, you know, a bit brazen for him to stick 10,000 in with that hand. Myself, bottom pair, no kicker. And that's what's happened. He's got him into trouble.
I feel gutted I won last year, and I was hoping to repeat it this year, but it's difficult. Everyone's getting better.
Two title holders were on this table, but they've been booted out by the two up-and-comers who want it bad. Contrasting styles, I think.
Well, they've been so far. I mean, Shaf's definitely been the aggressor on the table, especially since Andrew left the game as well. But like I've been saying, you know, I know Dixie's game, and he's definitely more aggressive than this fella, but he just ain't showed it yet.
Not a huge chip lead.
Whoa! Get on them first hand.
But with the kings.
Oh, the old bottom lip went.
Cool.
And it is a big enough hand to try and trap with, isn't it?
Yeah.
No raise.
See how your luck is, Dixie. Can you give him anything?
When a guy limps first hand.
Oh my God. The ace is the saviour here.
Check.
Well, you wonder about that,
15.
Ian, because I mean,
15,000.
would Shaf have checked an ace in a big blind?
He'll always have it in his mind, Dix.
Cool.
And the quick call from Shaf, I mean, he can't move on these because from his point of view...
Oh,
no, you're
come
kidding
to daddy.
me. You are
Oh, my
kidding
God.
me.
Come to daddy.
15,000.
He'll be loving it. He's now praying he's got an ace. He don't know he's even in more shape. Trying to work out what he's going to get.
He's gonna give it the full run around. I mean, it seems to me that both these guys are thinking the other guy has so little that they're terrified to raise.
Yeah, yeah.
And if there's certain cards, if the heart comes, it could slow Shaf down.
Well, let's hope for a diamond then. Oh.
I mean, at this stage, Shaf is not going to be that eager to get all this money in, is he?
Well, I don't know, Jesse.
Check.
Wow.
30.
30,000.
I mean, head up.
If he flat calls this, it's a miracle. He must make it 60 or something like that.
He's going to have a good think about it, which is a good idea. This is a big spot. Obviously, if he's got the best hand, Ian, he knows he has to raise because you don't get opportunities like this to get paid off.
Yeah.
And if he's got the worst hand...
I can't believe the chips ain't already in the middle.
Cool.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. He's had an absolute miracle.
Wow.
What a hand.
Look at this.
What
Watch Dixie's
a
face. Look.
hand.
Oh, did I get you all in? Why don't I do it?
I'll tell you what, he's played that great, Shaf.
I'll win it there.
He's had a miracle. Here we go.
Well, blinds 10 and 20,000, and
what a great hand that was.
It was. It was.
He can pick him off now, Dixie. He knows he's going to be moving with almost anything. You know, he can afford to miss a few hands. Pick up something nice. There you go.
Well, I think it's one free swing. I mean, it's...
No, not that one. Let it go.
40 more.
40 more.
Well, I don't know.
That's the one thing he doesn't want to be doing. He wants to either be... He wants to be all in, or he wants to be...
That's fine. Let it go and wait till you pick up a king bit, ace bit, and take your shot.
And I mean, from Shaf's point of view, even though he's
nice
gone
pass.
a little bit low, it's just one pot again. You know, it's just a question of when you're going to get the chips, the cards, chips all in with cards on their back.
Yeah. He knows this guy's going to be doing it now. He's got to try and force the issue. Pick up a couple of nice cards quick. Get him in.
He's not going to mind taking a little bit the worst of it, Dixie, if he can get that chance. It's all about having that chance to win the heat. You'll still be alive if you don't. I think last time Trigger had 2 of them, couldn't convert. And then Pretty Boy Martin converted on his second. Exactly what you're talking about.
Raised to 105,000 total.
I'm all in. Cool.
All in?
And Shaf,
Cool.
There we go.
Wow, he wasted absolutely no time in going for it.
There you go. I got 2 pictures.
Yeah. Two pictures, says Shaf, and this is Dixie's first chance. 58%. If he hits it, he'll be going to the semifinals. Roll reversal if Shaf can come through. Well, the ace leads, but it always gets more interesting on the turn. You figure a 10 will come at least.
Drop us some sort of picture.
Oh, Jesse, stop it.
You're the one. It's your theory, not mine, Frazer. Any 8, any jack, any queen, any king, anything else, and Dixie goes through.
Yes, come on. I'll shout it for you, don't worry.
It's been a good match. And, I mean, Shaf has played some good.
Oh, yeah. I want to run off.
Yes, he played great.
Played well. I enjoyed your company. Sweet.
Yeah, no, nice game.
Well played.
Looking at the last hand, Shaf, 2 face card, felt it was time to go for it. And turn made it interesting, Ian.
Yeah, it's fantastic, wasn't it? Like you called the 10 straight away. I was hoping if it was a 10, it was going to be a club, but there you go. I mean, 5 come on the river, and he's through straight in, and Shaft's in the turbo. I think he'll be a fantastic player to watch in the turbo, by the way, with his game.
Absolutely. What an action match from start to finish. Dixie, Dean, congratulations. It was a great heads-up match between you guys. Did you feel like you had to do something because it might be slipping away from you?
Well, it started, didn't it? I mean, once he got away from... Has he ever got away from that hand? There was no player on earth could have got away from that hand. I was just thinking, if he's got a 2, he's going to raise into me. And it was unbelievable.
It did seem like that, Shaf. How did you get away from that hand? Commiserations, by the way, but well played.
That hand, well, the flush draw come... I think I was trapping it myself at the beginning, and then the flush draw come, and then the flush come, and I think that's the thing that's got me away from the end.
But you're in the semi-finals now, Dixie, at the second go. Neil Channing awaits, plus some others.
Don't worry, mate. Neil Channing. Men and boys, men and boys.
And you're going to be in the turbos. Another chance, Shaf. Second time in the turbos.
I wish you well.
We'll give it a crack.
I wish you well, son. You do well. You play really good poker.
That's the first semi-final filled. We fill in the next one, though. 6 more. Next time, the Razor brings a sharp edge to the table.
Whenever I sit down, I always think I'm going to win.
But can he slice a former format finalist and the Steelman?
It would be great for me to win. Not for the money. I would just love to win the competition.
Here on the partypoker.net World Open Forum.